Okay, this is going to be about conversions and enumerations. I've got some starting code here. You should be able to understand what this means without me saying it. So I'm going to leave the forms for a while just to get some more codey stuff. So I'm going to set b equal to a. Now, thankfully, VB does this. If it's on strict format, it won't do this. I'm going to teach you the proper ways of doing this. So one proper way would be to convert dot to int 32 and then a. It's 32 because there are 32 bits in an integer, so that's why it's 32. So this will work. I've put 3, yeah. If I was to put a letter, let's say L, that's an L, not a 1, then it will crash. The next one I'll show you is C type. So you say A here and you say to integer. So saying convert A to an integer and store it in B. That's what that means. And put 3, then that works. Also, whenever you see the word integer, you can also interchange that to 32. So int 32, like here I could put it, and it should just work the same, like so. So int 32 and integer are exactly the same thing. Anyway, so the other one I'll show you is integer, and you should be able to do int 32 dot parse. Integer dot, and yeah, you see there's the same results there. Dot parse, and then you say a. So you get a, which is an object. It doesn't need for all of these. You don't need to be strings. It can be something. I can't think of an example at the minute, but something like an object or something that could be converted to an integer. So this is converting a to an integer and storing it in b. One thing earlier on I'd done C type. If you're doing an object, converting an object, you need to do direct cast. So bear that in mind. I'll probably get into that later on when we cover objects. But yeah, so this should work. If I do 5, it works. Again, if I do a letter, let's say J, doesn't like it. This is where Tryparse comes in. So to do this, use an if statement. So I'll get rid of this. Integer dot tryparse a into n, not n, b, then, now let's make it a bit weird. So what this is going to do, it's going to try and parse a, convert it to an integer, and pass it into b. If it succeeds, the whole statement will return true. If it fails, the whole statement will return false, and thus the else will be accounted for. So that's what that does. So if it works, then it will actually store a converted to an integer into b, which is why you can check that because it says by ref, it's referencing b, so that gives it access to do that. So if I do this, I'll do console.writeLine, say yay, and here I do console.writeLine sad face. So if I do 5, it says yay. If I was to do letter N, it will say sad face 0. Now it's set to 0. If I was to set this to 8, then what it does is, so if I've put a letter in like U, it sets it to 0 regardless. It doesn't not do it. Just note that it sets it to 0, doesn't keep it what it previously was. So bear that in mind. Okay, now we're going to get on to enumerations. What the hell is an enumeration? So what it is, it's like, okay, I'm going to give you two kind of definitions that are both bad. The first one is it's an array of constants, I guess. The other thing is like it's your own data type kind of thing. Another third definition I'll give is it's assigning a word to a number, to a numerical value. That's probably the best one. Enum is what you use to create it, and you don't put it within a sub, you put it out of a sub. Enum, I'm going to call it sizes. Now it will come up with an error straight away because you haven't put anything inside of it. So you would say extra small is equal to 8. Small is equal to, I'll make extra small equal to 4. I don't know what this is a size 4, but whatever. Medium is equal to, I guess it could be font size. L is equal to 20. Extra large is equal to 36. XXL is equal to 52. Okay, that would do. So what you do, you say dim my font, my font as, and then you make it of type the enum name, so sizes. So that's the same, it's unused, that's why it's erroring. And then you can say it's equal to, and you can say it's equal to XL. XL, yeah. Sorry, I got confused because it sounds like the Microsoft Office. So to display it, you can do console.writeLine my font. The other thing you can do is console.writeLine my font .toString, like that. So I've set it to XL and 36 and XL. So 30, if you just write print it out, it gives you a numerical value. If you put .toString, it gives you the name. Similarly, if I can put here 8, and then that will set 8 equal to S. So that works. If I was to put a numerical value here which isn't part of the enum, like 5, then what the toString will do is just print it as a number, like it would normally, because it's just not found anything to categorize it. On a little side note, if you want to do another enum, you can just say, let's say days of the week. Days of week. You can just say mun, chu, wed, thur, fry, sat, sun, and this will then say, this is the same as saying 0 here, 1 here, 2 here, so it counts like that. If you do Monday is equal to 10, then Tuesday will be equal to 11, Wednesday will be equal to 12. So it's just for laziness. That's what it does. So you can then say, if you want Thursday to be different, you would say 60. Then every lazy one after that would be 61, 62, like that. So I just thought I'd show you that, just for lazy people out there. Okay, so let's say if you wanted to get a user input, dim input as string is equal to console.writeLine, readline, sorry. You can't just set input here. Well, it might crash, I'm not really sure about that. Because this is not a string, really. It's kind of a word, not really a string. What you do, you say my font is equal to square brackets enum. If you forget the square brackets, it will do it for you. So just like type the word enum and put dot, enum dot, it adds the square brackets, so you don't need to remember that. Enum.parse, so that's the thing we just talked about. This has 2 parameters. Normally on the integer it only has 1, but because of this, it doesn't know what type of enum it is. It needs a second parameter. So let's do this, the second one first. So input. That's pretty much standard as what we did before. Here you have to say sizes dot. I think it's get type, which is a function. And it returns type sizes. So this is just so it knows what type of enum it is. You just put get type, which returns it's a type. Yeah, you can see what it returns by that. It says as type, and that's the extra little parameter you need to put in. So now I can put medium, and it does it fine. Similarly, I haven't actually tested this. 17, yeah, so that works. It just doesn't. It's not categorized, but it still allows it.